Hello and welcome to the 2024 election night, heading into the primaries. Taking a look at the Democrat primary, we only have three major, uh, can, three major candidates, and here's what the national average is showing: is President Joe Biden in the lead with 72%, New York Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez at 25%, and former Lieutenant Governor of Vermont David Zuckerman at 3%. Joe Biden seeing two very competitive, or somewhat competitive, primaries, not really against two progressives. On the Republican side, we have a little bit more candidates. We have former President Donald Trump at 80%, former Massachusetts Governor Charlie Baker at 10%, former Wyoming Congresswoman Liz Cheney at 5%, former New Jersey Governor Chris Christie at 3%, and former Illinois Congressman Adam Kinzinger at 2%. And we can project that the Iowa caucus will go to Joe Biden. Joe Biden is the projected winner in the Iowa caucus. As you can see here, winning 46% of the vote to AOC's 43% to David Zuckerman's 9%. Going over to how many delegates they won, Joe Biden will win 21 delegates and AOC will win 20 delegates. David Zuckerman will win 0. And Donald Trump will win the Iowa caucus over on the Republican side, getting over 50% of the vote. Donald Trump winning 75%, Charlie Baker and Adam Kinzinger winning 7%, and Liz Cheney and Chris Christie winning 2%. And as you can see, Donald Trump will win all 40 of Iowa's pledged delegates. And here are the delegates won so far. On the Democrat side, Joe Biden has won 21 delegates, and AOC has won 20 delegates. And over on the Republican side, Donald Trump is the only person who has won delegates, winning 40 delegates. We can now break the news that Adam Kinzinger has withdrawn from the Republican primary field. And over at the New Hampshire primary, we can project that Joe Biden will win this primary as well. As you can see here, winning 45% of the vote to AOC's 41%. David Zuckerman getting close to 15%, but he didn't do it. He got 12%. And here's the delegate Here's the delegates we're allocating. Joe Biden will win 13 delegates to Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez's 11 delegates. Over in the New Hampshire primary, Donald Trump is the projected winner over here. As you can see here, he'll win 68% of the vote, meaning he will win all of New Hampshire's pledged delegates since he broke 50%. Charlie Baker will win 18%, Chris Christie will win 9%, and Liz Cheney will win 4%. Here's the delegate allocation here. Donald Trump, of course, winning all of New Hampshire's pledged delegates at 22. Here's the delegates won thus far. Joe Biden at 34 delegates and Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez at 31. And over here on the Republican side, Donald Trump has won 62 delegates, the other has won none. We can now break the news that Charlie Baker has withdrawn from the 2024 Republican primary field, and he has endorsed Joe Biden, interestingly enough. Chris Christie has withdrawn from the 2024 Republican primary field, and he has endorsed Donald Trump this time around, which was shocking. He says he will campaign for Donald Trump, however, we don't know how much that will be since he's unpopular. We can project that. We can also state that David Zuckerman will also be withdrawing from the 2024 Democrat field, so he will be withdrawing. There is rumors that he will be the one replacing Bernie Sanders in the Senate, but we'll have to wait and find out. We can now make a shocking projection. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez will win in the Nevada primary. As you can see here, she won 52% of the vote to Joe Biden's 47%. Breaking down the delegates, that means AOC wins 19 delegates to Joe Biden's 17. Over in the Nevada primary, Donald Trump will win here, as you can see, winning 80% of the vote to Liz Cheney's 20%, meaning Donald Trump will win all of Nevada's pledged delegates at 25. Here are the delegates won so far. Joe Biden sits at 51 delegates, still leading over AOC, who is at 50, losing one delegate lead for Joe Biden. And over on the Republican side, Donald Trump is at 87 delegates, the others 0. And we can now break the news that Liz Cheney is withdrawing from the 2024 race and has chosen to endorse Joe Biden over Donald Trump. And now we can project that Donald Trump has won the Republican nomination for the third year in a row. Donald Trump has won the Republican nomination, and as he is the presumptive nominee, there are no other candidates challenging him, so we can safely assume he will win every single primary with ease. Going over to South Carolina, the South Carolina primary, Joe Biden has easily won the South Carolina primary, winning over 70% of the votes, 72% for Joe Biden, 27% for AOC. Going over for the Democrat side, Democrats don't have that winner-take-all method the Republicans use, so they just allocate it by 15%. Joe Biden has 39 delegates and AOC has won 15. Here are the delegates won thus far. Joe Biden has 90 delegates and AOC has 65. Going over to Super Tuesday, we could project that Joe Biden will win the Alabama primary, winning 84% of the vote to AOC's 15%. Joe Biden will win 44 delegates to AOC's 8. Going over to the American Samoa caucus, Joe Biden will win here, winning 66% of the vote to AOC's 33%. Joe Biden winning 4 delegates and AOC winning 2. Out of the Arkansas primary, Joe Biden is the projected winner, winning 83% of the vote to AOC's 16% of the vote. So Biden will win 26 delegates, AOC will win 5 delegates. Going over to the California primary, this is a state that AOC was targeting heavily, but we project that Joe Biden will win this primary, winning 51% of the vote, a very close primary here, and to AOC's 48% of the vote. Joe Biden will win 212 delegates to AOC's 203. And we could project in the Colorado primary, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez is the projected winner, winning 55% of the vote here to Joe Biden's 44%. AOC will win 37 delegates to Joe Biden's 30 delegates. And out of the main primary, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez will win here, winning the primary here at 54% of the vote to Joe Biden's 45%. AOC will win 13 delegates to Joe Biden's 11. Out of the Massachusetts primary, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez is the projected winner, winning 59% of the vote to Joe Biden's 40%, winning 54 delegates to Joe Biden's 37. Out of the Minnesota primary, Joe Biden is the projected winner, not surprised here, winning 60% of the vote to AOC's 40% of the vote. Joe Biden winning 45 delegates out of Minnesota, AOC winning 30 delegates out of Minnesota. Out of the North Carolina primary, Joe Biden will win here, no surprise here, winning 84% of the vote to AOC's 15%. Joe Biden winning 93 delegates, and AOC winning 17. Out of the Oklahoma primary, a shocker here, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez will win the Oklahoma primary. Many believed that Joe Biden would win this primary, but of course the polling was off, and AOC will narrowly win Oklahoma's primary, winning 19 delegates to Joe Biden's 18 delegates. Out of the Utah primary, this is another shock here. Joe Biden is the projected winner, winning 55% of the vote to AOC's 44%. Joe Biden will win 16 delegates, and AOC will win 13 delegates. Out of the Tennessee primary, Joe Biden is the projected winner, and he will win 84% of the vote to AOC's 15%. Biden allocating 54 delegates his side, AOC winning 10 delegates. Out of the Vermont primary, no surprise here, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez is the projected winner, winning 62% of the vote to Joe Biden's 37%. AOC winning 10 delegates to Joe Biden's 6 delegates. Out of the Virginia primary, Joe Biden will be the projected winner here, winning up to 84% of the vote to AOC's 15%. Joe Biden winning 84 delegates to Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez's 15 delegates. And here's the delegates won so far for each candidate. Joe Biden has 770 delegates to Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez's 501. Joe Biden is well, not really. He's about 1,200 delegates away from winning the nomination, essentially, but he's closer than AOC is. And Trump has revealed his final VP shortlist. As you can see here, he's got California Congressman Mike Garcia, Tennessee Senator Marshall Blackburn, Virginia Governor Glenn Youngkin, and New York Congresswoman Elise Stefanik. This is a pretty diverse selection, if you ask me, compared to his 2016 shortlist. But many voters are hoping for Mike Garcia, though. We here are getting insight that Elise Stefanik is currently Trump's top choice, but we'll just have to wait and see. Trump could change his mind, he always does. And out of the Democrats abroad primary, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez is the projected winner, winning 69% of the vote here to Joe Biden's 30%. AOC will win 9 delegates, and Joe Biden will win 4. Out of the Idaho primary, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez is the projected winner here, winning 55% of the vote to Joe Biden's 45%. She will win 11 delegates to Biden's 9. At the Michigan primary, Joe Biden is the projected winner here, squashing AOC, winning 60% of the vote to AOC's 39%. That means Biden has won 76 delegates to AOC's 49 delegates. At the Mississippi primary, Joe Biden is the projected winner, winning 83% of the vote to AOC's 16% of the vote. Biden will win 30 delegates to AOC's 6 delegates. At a Missouri, Joe Biden is the projected winner, winning 83% of the vote, as well as 57 delegates to AOC's 11 delegates. Out of North Dakota, their caucus, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, is the projected winner. She wins 57% of the caucus, allocating up to 8 delegates to Joe Biden's 6 delegates. Out of the Washington primary, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez is the projected winner, winning 50% of the vote. This was a very, very close primary here. She has won 45 delegates to Joe Biden's 44 delegates. And here are the delegates won thus far. Joe Biden has won 996 delegates to AOC's 640. Joe Biden just roughly is about 998 delegates away from winning the nomination, if I'm doing the math correctly in my head. And in the Northern Mariana Islands, Joe Biden is the projected winner here. He will win 66% of the vote, as well as 4 delegates to AOC's 2 delegates. Here are the delegates allocated thus far. Joe Biden has cracked 1,000 delegates to AOC's 642. Now onward to the Arizona primary. Joe Biden is the projected winner, winning 61% of the vote to AOC's 38%. Now Joe Biden will win 41% to AOC's 26%. Out of Florida, Joe Biden will squash AOC here, winning 89% of the vote to 10%. She didn't even crack the 15% threshold, thus Biden will win all 219 of Florida's delegates. At an Illinois primary, Joe Biden is the projected winner, winning 60% of the vote to AOC's 40%, mostly coming out of Chicago, and Joe Biden has won 93 delegates to AOC's 62. Here's the delegates won thus far. Joe Biden sits at 1,353 to AOC's 730. And we can project that AOC has withdrawn from the 2024 Democrat primary field, and due to some persuasion from progressive leaders such as Ayanna Pressley and Elizabeth Warren, she has chosen to endorse Joe Biden and support him full-heartedly. And we can project that Joe Biden has won the Democrat nomination. This was never in doubt, though AOC kind of spooked Biden a little bit in a couple states, but either way, Joe Biden is the Democrat nominee once again. And we can also project that, shockingly, Donald Trump has selected Tennessee Senator Marsha Blackburn as his running mate in 2024, saying that she is a fighter for Tennessee, always has been. That's why he supported her in 2018 and why he selected her for VP. This is an odd choice, as Tennessee isn't really a battleground state. However, she could help with white suburban women, as this is a key category that she is strong with. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. This is the Chaotic One saying, peace.